Welcome to this class, Solstice class, which is a very traditional practice in Kundalini Yoga. Even in America, we used to go for solstice time and have 5 days tantra. It was an amazing celebration. Is what the solar system teaches us at this moment, that the light doesn't want to go to sleep. We have light almost until midnight, and if you go up north, like maybe St. Petersburg, they have this white night where the sun doesn't go to sleep at all. So symbolically, it represents a victory of the energy of light against the shadow, against the darkness. So we just spent a whole week on communication and how to open yourself. How can we be honest with ourselves, as the shadow are sort of a part of us that have been terrified by an overwhelming emotional situation, and we crystallize, we hide it, the deepest of ourselves. And we're running away to face another similar dramatic situation. So I think we have been doing this for thousands of years, running away of the second part of ourselves, which is quite dark. And you can see all over the world, I think in different religions, we have a representation of that sort of a monster. You have the dance of the mask of the Tibetan that are completely horrifying. And we have this divinity that are scaring when the guru is angry, and it just scared you to death. Yeah. And this is really the word, is we are living in fear without being aware of it. And the thing is how this can happen. It happened because most of our frequency of consciousness, the level of awareness, is that we try to elucidate the mystery of duality. And duality is constantly polarity. Yeah? So the very ancient and original story of good and bad, good and evil, yeah? And we try to be on the right side of the picture, be part of the good guys. And of course, when we do not manage, because our perception is shallow and polarized, we're taking side. All we can see is a world that is splitted. First, we assume since the birth, we are separate from the one because we've been separate from the mother. And this is engraved in our memory. We live in separation from the source, from where we come from. And we're desperately afraid in this world as soon as we growing up between 0 and 7, we are facing a world that doesn't fit with what we want. And then we start to, it's like somebody who drink too much wine and start to see monsters. You know, this is, it's not just an imagery that is fantasist, it's just a production of the subconscious. Like if you go into nightmare, it's very similar. It is that your life is a nightmare, but as you cannot see it, you only can see it through the dream, through the night. Yes. So, but we are all afraid fundamentally to die, but certainly we are more afraid of how this can happen to us, yeah? And the death of people, I think I have the privilege to be a descendant of colonialists, that my grandfather was in Morocco, and we had to live with one suitcase when we have spent 3 generations, you know, building houses and building a life. So early, I was not even just 10 years old. I understood what it means to be depossessed somehow. It was the setback of that long wave of maybe 200 years that we had to run away. So what is happening today all over, there's so many people, living their living condition with nothing. And I think this is a good sign. In the world we're so attached to the social status, to our house, what we possess, what we have, our cleverness, our diploma, all that shit. And we have completely gone away from the true value. So we are running from identity to identity, and we are killed in one place and position and power, then we build another one. And from one place to another, from one projection to another, we just keep on shifting, zapping who we are, our face, our mask, our strategy to be successful, to make it in life. And of course, soon or later, with the age coming, we get totally exhausted. And we certainly never want to face that monster that is sleeping deep inside us. We are afraid of that one. The feeling of we may die, actually we may die from that thing. This is the evil. There's no other evil. That the souls that give us a sense of fear and living as a victim, small, with strategy, trying to catch something from others. So we are now collectively, as a whole humanity, really going back to the source, the original fight of the two brothers. We call them enemy brothers, isn't it? It's even in the Bible. That's how we started this whole story, and we're back to day one. So the enemy is the one who will force you to elevate yourself. As long as you run away from your enemy, you live as a coward, small and afraid. The minute you can build your boldness, your courage to stand and decide to, okay, I'm going to face my evil best friend, enemy. The funny thing is that if you can stand tall, face this kind of outrageous manifestation, scary and absolutely evil, the minute you breathe face to face, eyes to eyes, that enormous source of fear blown up, disappear. It was just hallucination. It's just a movie. So we are entangled in a movie that is totally hallucinating, and we are self-hypnosis collectively with the fear. And we try to create a safe place against others because we have to defend our territory. You understand the scenario? This is exactly where we are today. We have lost any sense of humanity. But when you lose everything, house, culture, family, support, just watch human being alone, or in the time where we were just thousands or 1 million totally spread around this planet, nobody knows anybody, just small groups of people, they had to face what's the value of life. It was not cars, it was not the tablet, it was not the artificial intelligence. It was the real intelligence, we call it wisdom. At that moment, they were sharing values. The value of a human being is the value by which he breathes, by which he commits his life, by which he elevates himself on the dualistic condition. And I think we are on a path accelerating now to recover how we can share values as human beings from the plane of oneness. Since the beginning, actually, all that prevails is truth. The hallucination is unreal and produces a lot of suffering. But beyond that, if you elevate yourself, you're going to see the plan of oneness. That the two brothers come from the same family. that the enemies are just a temporary hallucination, that actually they all belong to the same oneness. So, and the only way to come out of that is there is no resolution for peace or for war. There is only one way. Take altitude, look from above, disentangle from the battle, evil and good, and realize all is one. Beyond any religion, beyond any races, any belief system, we are essentially human. And this human is extremely kind, very peaceful. It's a deep, deep consciousness with the awareness of the oneness. You are not able to raise any sort of frequency dualistic. This is the end of duality. And this is the solution for the place we are today, is elevation. So this is a journey of transmutation that is compressed and accelerating. We have no option to waste time and look back. The past is over. We need to make a complete jump into oneness. And this happened by abandoning the attachment to all what we thought is good or bad, evil or super good, because it doesn't matter. So this nakedness, this abandonment of all the entanglement in proving, demonstrating, looking for safety has to go. So it's a tremendous turning point where we need to build an incredible courage to abandon all the attachment to what make our life before, which is the goods, the outside, the comfort, and just realize what is the real value of being truly human. And when you start sharing song, when you start holding hands, when you start going beyond duality between ourselves, you start moving a level of frequency that will uplift your heart, allow you to really keep this door open. We have closed in our heart, closed the channel of wisdom. We can't see through our eyes, even though today is a longer day, we don't see anything. So it's a tremendous shift in humanity, and I wish everyone will be able to make it. So we're sharing Kriya tonight, so you can welcome first the fear and the level of fear you have in yourself. Be able to, in spite of all that, look at it straight into the eyes and open your heart to welcome and melt this monster that you may potentially become. And as we see all around us, some people have taken the side of be living monsters, and others have taken the side to be living victims. But this is not human at all. So find the real core essence of being human in the temple of your heart. Elevate your frequency and look at the world that has always been one. He's, in spite of all appearance, he is one at the moment, and he will stay one forever. Satnam.